What's going on, guys? Reisshub back with another video. Today I got something a little bit different, and this is an interview that we did with MrSavage after he came fourth in the solo FNCS qualifiers week 1. This video does contain some swearing, so if you're not okay with that, you may not want to watch this video. There's a ton of good information in here, and overall just a fun time, so sorry the visuals aren't anything interesting, but I want to get this up today. Big thanks to Savage for coming through. He hung out with us for a bunch of NAEs to do a viewing party. We're doing these viewing parties every single weekend, so go over to twitch.tv/Reisshub if you want to hang out. We have an absolute stacked roster with special guests coming through. Come and watch it every single weekend. Once this video is live, we will be live too, so come and hang out. Alright, hope you guys enjoy.
I've been here for 2 seconds, yo.
Oh my god! What the
Oh my god! Yo, Savage. Yeah. It was almost a day.
Honestly, I don't know if I've played better than I did today.
Oh, you were playing nuts. Yeah, you were playing nuts. So whenever
I was feeling so confident. I WK'd so many kids early game, like, bro. I was like 500 above Storm Surge every game almost.
Yeah.
What was your game plan going in today? Because obviously, every time the camera went onto you, obviously we don't see every single game, but you're consistently popping off. You're always getting elims. What did you do anything different today than any other game, or were you just trying to play your game, just absolutely go for the win?
I learned that in stacked games, peppers are way better than crash.
Oh, we actually just had this conversation.
Yes, let's go.
Wait, peppers are better in stacked games. I'm not baiting.
Really?
Why'd you think that?
Yeah. The reason is because people sit on edge and go for Storm Surge. So if you have a pepper, then you can run past them and get like center, third, and shit, and then you don't have to worry.
Okay, so you're talking about in like an early game, in mid game, in kind of third zones.
Like right now, I'm using most of my mobility before 50-50.
No,
that's interesting. How are you thinking about rotating then in the late game? Are you like?
I'm just saving all my mats by using my mobility early.
Interesting. Is that something you'd only do in a stacked game, or would you? Because like, yeah, I was gonna say because if you and then just use your peppers in late game if it's not stacked at all.
Yeah, that's what I learned from the Booga Cup. Like, I got so scuffed because everyone was looking for tags and stuff.
That's interesting.
And the crash pad wouldn't do shit because I couldn't just jump into those books.
That's true. On your path, the thing is, do you follow a path you can reliably get like a good number of peppers?
Yeah, I usually get at least 2 peppers. I usually get 2 or 4 peppers.
Okay, fair enough.
And I get usually like 6 minis or 6 strike splashes or 6 minis and 3 bigs. So I get a lot of loot always. And if I don't have a good enough loot, I just push on. I think I pushed off spawn like the last 5 games. And I only died the last game because I got hit out of the air for like 63 or something by someone that landed on the radio tower.
Yeah, like
I had to heal in the corner. And then
you saw it on Twitter. It was so unfortunate.
Yeah, the kid that killed me, I literally killed him the 4 times we fought earlier, and he still didn't leave yacht. And then the one time I get hit out of the air and I get in like a corner, he gets my wall first try. It triggered me so hard. I literally only needed 3 points to get second as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's actually so close to the top. Like, literally, so many like people top were like actually like in.
Yeah.
It was getting close.
I popped up every game. I didn't get. Every time I didn't die early, I played really well. Tough, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Same game plan for tomorrow, then, right?
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna fight y'all every game though. Instead of like some games. I mean, I'm qualified, so I might as well just try claiming it for finals, right? Like, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally just use it to like just hard game.
So you're obviously you have 3 more weeks left now. Are you could just try and use these for as much practice as possible? What's kind of the strategy going forward in these next kind of couple days and couple weeks that you've got coming up? Because obviously you're already in heat, so you don't need to worry about that at all.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I just wanna push yacht every game and try and claim it for finals. And obviously I still wanna place high, so I'm not gonna full grief everyone around me. But I'm just gonna try and kill people like yacht and then just do my normal game plan.
Fire. What's you obviously I watched your stuff from back in the Booga Cup. What's making you choose Yacht to drop at? Obviously you were there the previous season, so like is it just somewhere you're comfortable with at this point, or?
Yeah, honestly that's like right as I saw that Yacht was still in the game after like was on top of the tsunami or whatever, I just insta decided to go there. I'm pretty sure it got buffed as well. Like there's so many chests there, but
yeah,
there's more people can test it now, so it's kind of annoying, but
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Do you think that's because you've won there, dropping there? Is there other players who are like, yeah, you know what, we're going there now. Fuck this. This is a good spot. Do you think are they trying to like copy your looting path at all, or?
I think it's most likely because of the peppers, and there's so many slurp barrels there now. So people really want the peppers.
That is true. Look, compared to the last season, I asked this question of Frey earlier, but you're obviously, it's hard to tell the difference in variance because you're just a dominant player in general. But do you feel like even though we've had about a month and 2 weeks to play with this new season, do you feel like this meta has increased your skill or decreased it, or you're still like the same dominant person as always?
I think I've gotten a little bit worse at the stacked games, but I think I'm getting the hang of it now. But yeah, I think since it was more like brain rotations or whatever, when there was only a pad or there was no mobility, so yeah, I don't know if I like the mobility, but I'm adapting really well. So
what about in engagements like with the charge shotgun?
Huh? Can you repeat that?
Like, what about in engagements like with the charge shotgun? Like, do you feel like you've gotten a hold of that as well?
Yeah, I've gotten pretty good with the charge. If I'm not warmed up though, I'm hard shit with the charge, but if I'm warmed up, then I play really well with it.
Well, it's an interesting question because we've seen a lot of players today in particular take the tack over it, and like, what's kind of your thoughts on the shotgun meta as a whole, and like, what obviously it seems like you're preferring the charge, but like, why and why do you think that is?
No, I'm running tack over charge now if it's the same rarity.
Interesting.
Because of the server lag mainly.
Oh.
And I'm carrying crash pads a lot, so I can just jump in someone's box with a crash pad, and then obviously tack is better when you're in someone's box.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Did you feel like the lag was screwing you over today? Because so many people were complaining about the lag. Like,
yeah, when you get to the third zone, it starts getting really laggy. Like after second is closed, it's getting really laggy, but before that, then it's completely fine.
yeah.
It's like kind of after second closed to like second moving, then it's super laggy. After that, then it's fine. Before that.
Right now, like you literally look like basically like a lot of people are saying you're the best solo player in the world. Is there, when you're fighting, is there anyone in game who you like really don't want to come across in a fight and have to go full on and fight?
Yeah, like obviously there a lot of the top tier players I prefer not to fight them, but there's not really that many good players landing around me, so
Ooh. Little smack talk?
I mean, it's true. I pushed Craggy, I pushed Aqua Island, I pushed Yacht, I pushed everyone.
What you're saying is you're the alpha.
I'm just
alpha drop.
I'm alphaing up everywhere in mid north. I'm just saying.
Do you actually think that finding like an area of the map to land, which not just isn't necessarily contested, but the players who contest it aren't the most formidable players, do you think that's actually like makes it easier to play as well?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, of course you want to have worse players landing around you. That's just good, right? There's nothing bad about that.
Is it actually noticeable like how much easier it is to kill someone who maybe places 100th on the leaderboard than like, I don't know, Rezon who won today? Because like you're all pro players, you're all cracked out of your mind, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's easy to like scout for a spot with like non-top tier players though. I haven't done that before, but maybe that might be a strat.
Oh well.
Yeah, like that's I think the biggest thing like is gonna be like kind of just like you said, like trying to alpha people out of that spot now, like
Yeah.
because I don't think you're gonna really have to. Like it's kind of mad how a lot of players, I feel like this first session haven't really done as well as you'd expect. Like some of the bigger names didn't do as good, and so like the next couple sessions I feel like are probably actually going to be a lot better than this one. Open was quite stacked. Semis wasn't too bad. These games weren't too bad. Are you a fan of the point system? Like
The point system is fucking dog shit. Bro, like why can't they just do GMAC point system? I don't understand. Like I know it might be a little bit biased because I'm doing good in GMAC, but
I was gonna say,
I'm pretty sure no one is complaining about GMAC point system.
Yeah.
Like Google point system, you need 26 kills to get the same amount of placements that you get from a win. And this, it's like the placement points are so spread out.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Like if you get 10th, then you get the same amount of points as getting 6th. Like that's just kind of dumb. And if you get 15th, then you get only one more point if you place top 6. Like, I know.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
That doesn't
like,
make any sense.
Chris showed me he showed me his placements in opens that to get to semis he's absolutely bottled the placement, but he's still qualified comfortably. And it's like, what point? Like, I don't know. Like, I think like we spoke about it, we said, hey, look, like you're gonna get that, especially with like open. I think it just because opens, like it did make the games kind of more stacked. Like I actually wasn't planning on watching opens today. Games like were a lot better quality, but I think there's got to be some adjustment in finals, especially. Like,
yeah,
I just don't think.
I don't like the 2 hours as well, and especially with the server crash, bro. That I almost didn't qual. I was like 3 points off not qualling.
Could they extend it?
No, in opens, I think. Is that what you mean?
Not. Yeah, in opens I almost didn't even qual because I was playing for 15 minutes. I was sent through third. I had god loot. I was gonna win the game or something, and then the server just crashes and I get kicked out of the lobby.
Oh fuck.
Oof.
And then in round 2 there was no problem with the server or anything, and then they add 15 minutes. Like, what the fuck is going through their heads?
Yeah,
I was going to say, did that impact your gameplay at all? We've seen it. So we quickly touched on this earlier, but there was a bunch of people who were complaining about that. But obviously it was the people who had kind of just tried to W key and speed up their games. And then when we looked at the people who were in the top, probably like 40% of them hadn't even played all 7 matches anyway. So do you feel like that actually makes a big difference? Obviously it's annoying and it's confusing, but do you think that made like a big difference to a lot of players? And yourself,
yeah.
obviously.
Because I had like 3 games left with 45 minutes, and then because of the 15 minutes and I died early one game, I played two more games out. But imagine you have 1 hour left and then you got 3 games and then they add another 15 minutes.
Yeah, your timing's all off.
Yeah, then someone's gonna play one more game and then they're gonna get more points and you might not qual because of it. Like, it kind of ruins your game plan.
Yeah.
It seems
so
weird.
It's really weird that there's like mid tournament they just add 15 minutes.
Yeah,
And especially when there was nothing wrong with round 2 and then they add 15 minutes. Like, I don't think they have any idea what they're doing.
No, it was definitely like, hey, in case this fucks up as well.
Yeah.
But, you know,
In case
it didn't though.
We won't restart with round 1. We'll just fuck up round 2 instead. Nice.
Yeah. So what was like? Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say, what do you think? Do you have a different play style for opens, semis, and then straight into finals as well? Obviously, finals is gonna be a bit more stacked, but do you play them differently, or do you just keep the same kind of play style that you go through there?
Yeah, I play very differently. Like, when I need to get top 3k, I'm just double keying my first game and then playing safe because I know I don't need to pop off to place high. Like, I just need to qual. Like, I don't give a fuck if I place top 5 or top 2k, you know?
Yeah,
as long as I
exactly.
qual. And then when you need to get top 100 from the 3k, then I play a little bit more aggressive because obviously, like, you need to kind of pop off to qual because you're playing against top 3k and you need to get top 100. Like, that's a pretty big, like,
Huge difference.
yeah, pretty big jump. And then in finals, I just play for, I don't know how to play finals. Kind of aggressive, but late game at the same time.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just can't believe you died. I'm still like, the way, like when you told me you got snipes like while swimming, I don't know how you still have a desk. Like my desk. I don't know how.
Bro, I think I've smashed this like 30 times, but it's just not breaking. I think it's made out of like rocks or something.
Way.
Fair. Well, MrSavage, this is the No Broadcast Club, so we are a little bit more free in what I can ask you. And
well, hold on.
Preface, like,
Whoa. We're gonna know that this is gonna be weird.
it's not gonna be weird. It's a very normal question. It's a very normal question.
Okay.
We'll see.
Today is National Girlfriend's Day. And,
No.
I knew girlfriend, or are you a virgin, or some shit like that.
No.
I don't have a girlfriend.
No, I'm not asking if you have a girl. I know you don't have a girl. I feel like it'd be public. What I was gonna ask is, normally I feel quite lonely because it is my birthday today, and I feel like
I'm
it's
down.
a reminder.
You wanna go on a date?
It's a reminder. Huh? No, we're gonna date.
Oh wait, fuck.
So I feel like the question was gonna be, okay, do you feel like that this fucking Zate theory actually works? That was the question.
What's the Zate theory?
Like when you have an ego.
Yeah. Bro, I'd be hard distracted. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be so distracted.
Bro, that's like be hard distracted.
Use of the word hard, very.
Fuck off.
Very hard distracted.
Oh, shut up.
No.
What I mean, like, okay.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I do have a serious question.
What if you get a kill and then she's like,
Wow! Oh my God!
This girl impression is sick. Listen, oh my God!
I love it.
Oh my God, Savage! What a nice elim.
Wow, you're popping off.
oh no, like that.
So Savage, serious question for you here. Now, do you think about like the caddy launcher? We all kind of know that it plays a huge factor into the game, but when you're in endgame, like, do you have a strategy to try and deal with that, or do you try and like identify who has that player and play a certain way? Is there anything you do late game according to the launcher?
Yeah, you definitely, like, it's hard taking high ground like super early now because there's so many things that can fuck you up, like crash pads, shockwave, grappler pads, like peppers even. Like someone can just start cranking 90s like fucking the Flash or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I usually try and take high ground pretty late. If I have crash pads, then I go like 4 tiles under high ground, and then I crash pad up, and then it puts me right next to them, and I can just ramp them.
It's interesting that you're actually almost thinking like exactly the right height. Does that put you? I can't remember how high. How high did the crash pads take you? Is that like one layer above then?
It's like 4 tiles, and it's like half a tile above that.
So it's like
you can
perfect
just
height.
land- yeah, it's perfect height.
That's interesting that you can actually recognize almost the exact distance the player is above you, rather than just thinking, well, he's above me. Fuck, he seems high. You know, like I feel like a lot of players would have that exact same thought, where they go, this guy's height, I'll throw a crash pad and I'll hope for the best. But you've quite clearly planned out in advance, going, he's 4 tiles above, we're gonna go up.
Yeah.
It's actually, that's kind of dope.
I've spent like an hour, I think, in creative just testing all the crash pad things and like every way it works.
I had this exact conversation with someone to tell them to do that last night, because when I was reviewing other games, their end game crash pads were absolutely fucking shambles. It was one of the. I was just thinking, okay, just please, just work on a little bit of it, and it's much better. But the fact that, like, that's why I'm saying the fact that precision is there is actually pretty nuts.
Yeah, I've kind of mastered the crash pad. Like, whenever I get a scar, I look to tag someone for like 70 or something, and then I just crash pad towards them and go right in their box. Like, it's so easy.
Yeah, we saw you do that.
So easy.
I think it was game 4.
Like, we saw you do that like 10 times. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that was pretty fucking insane.
Yeah.
Monster Magic Easy D does he
Yo, where's the highlights, bro? What's up?
Yo,
You really had to get on that broadcast badly.
I had to DDoS his ass real quick.
I'm not kidding, bro. Talking shit in here?
Oh, it's a fucking stacker.
What's going on in here, bro?
Explode. So what happened?
Is it Shio?
You still running your mouth, Levin?
Right.
Okay.
Bro, the feds are investigating, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to toss Savage like an easy half and half, and then my internet just gets disconnected. Like, I don't know what happened.
No way.
I think we all know what happened. Monsters
like,
right there.
I've been kind of looking at Benji, and I'm pretty sure he's got some RNG hacks. Like,
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think he found the llama 3 out of 6 games today.
What?
Fucking hell.
No way.
You can talk to
Playing that
Ball about
Booga
that
strat.
Like
Oh,
after
okay.
after the 2 first
No, I don't know
games,
nothing.
we were in call, and he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I found 2 llamas." And I'm like, "Yo, why am I not surprised?" Like, stop saying you found them. Like, you literally spawned them in.
Oh yeah, guys, I just found 2 llamas.
I gotta drop right on the art, and I was just thinking about Benji. Like, is he doing this for me right now? It's like all I was watching just with Benji and Rob Hudson.
Robert, shout out to Rob. Shout out to esports for Rob.
By the way, this is another question. It's a normal one though. It's a Fortnite related one.
Okay.
Somebody in
Hope
my
so.
chat is asking. They're asking. So Lechi once is talking about switching to mouse and keyboard. Would you drop him if he did, or do you think he's good enough to be good at mouse and keyboard?
He's good at mouse and keyboard. Like, we literally played half a daily cup, and he didn't tell us.
Oh shit!
After like 1.5 hours, he was like, "Yeah, I've been playing on keyboard and mouse this whole time." And
Oh, that's sick.
yeah, we were literally like doing really well, and I didn't even notice the difference.
Game.
Do you think he played smarter on mouse and keyboard?
He said he was playing smart on mouse and keyboard. I don't know. He's like, I don't feel like jumping in box now.
Hey, he doesn't have that insurance. He doesn't have that guaranteed if I get in.
So what,
Yeah,
like,
we're not gonna drop Lechi if he switches, but he's gotta make sure to practice mouse and keyboard then.
yeah.
Right now he's
Kind of
been
crazy
playing a
how
lot of-
dominant you guys are.
Yeah, we're popping off in trios and stuff. So
I think my favorite thing about you guys is the fact that like your roles are like very like visible and like they're so well defined.
Yeah.
Yo, is that a
it's-
plug? What?
What?
Doesn't matter. Keep going.
No, but like, literally, like, is that something that kind of came naturally, or is it like you just knew going into things like, okay, let's picking you up because we need someone to fragger. Benji's gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Like, and how much is there within your roles as well?
yeah, it was very like thought through because me and Benji obviously knew our roles, and then we just wanted like an additional player that would be able to frag and like kind of take care of himself without dying. And Lechi, he did that perfectly and even better than that. So yeah.
This is giving you some real open court vibes. That's what you're giving me, mate. I'm flipping Shaq, mate.
No, I don't want to hog the time. I don't want to talk too much.
No, you're great, mate. You go on, keep more.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of roles, like, how far can you? Hang on, I don't know how to phrase this, but like, with roles, like, it's all very well having one player being the IGL and then one player being like a hard fragger. But I've seen some trios try to have like one complete boomer flopper player and then 2 W keyers, and it doesn't work because their 2 W keyers can't 2v3 everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I have the perfect trio almost because everyone's good mechanically and they have like good game sense. But yeah, you kind of have to try and find like players that are all around good, because that's kind of what makes a good player these days, you know.
What made Lechi the first person you thought of when you and Benji were thinking of who your third was going to be?
Well, we were thinking like maybe we should get a controller player just so we can like aimbot people and just start fights super easily.
Yeah.
So we just instantly thought of Lechi, and then we tried him out and it just worked out super well. So
Was there anyone else you were thinking could fit that slot that would have been the third to that trio? It would just be interesting to think how that could have gone.
yeah, I had some other people in mind, but I don't know if I can leak that.
No leaks. No leaks.
Because I don't know if the people that I had in mind like their trios. I don't know if they
Yeah,
were
you
aware
can't-
that
you
they-
can't-
they
yeah,
matter.
yeah.
No, yeah.
You don't want to
So
break up.
if I leak that, then I'm gonna be a snitch or something.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, fair.
No,
fair.
surely it's the strats, right? Like if you
Break
break
'em up.
more trios and cause more chaos,
Yeah,
then your
that's
trio's gonna be even more dominant.
It's not in the East,
Yeah.
bro. You know, they're respectful a little bit.
Is that what happened in NA?
Dude,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that happens in NA every day, bro. Like,
There was like this big like everyone split or something, right? I was
Yeah.
with-
yeah, you know, Yager said like
He said,
no one was planning on splitting, and based on rumors, like 4 different top trios just split, and no one wanted to split. It's just someone said that this guy's not playing with you. Okay, I'm not playing with him, and like nothing's going on. It's just like it's wild, bro.
snowballed.
You don't even need facts on NA East. You just get a room.
It's fucked up.
Bro, I'm kind of happy that happened because then I got to play so many NA cups with Blake.
Yeah,
So I got an NA trio as like and in the U trio. which is kinda-
a cross
I
region
don't know.
question: who's your biggest
Yeah.
threat solos? EU, NA East, and NA West. One person,
One person.
like from each region.
NA West. Is there any good players in it? I'm joking.
I knew it. I knew
No way.
I'm trolling.
"What's in the
He
smoke?"
said, "Are from who?"
My boy Arkham is the best player, I think, maybe.
Goat.
Epic Will is also good. I'm probably missing some people, but I'm just trolling. I'm thinking
It doesn't have to
any
be like the
player I
best
wouldn't
player.
want to fight.
Yeah, just like who you don't want to fight. That's it.
What's an annoying player?
All of NA East. I mean,
Muhammad, maybe Muhammad.
Mohammed's just everywhere. Like you don't know where.
yeah, you don't fight Mohammed.
Maybe
Yeah.
Lecce. Lecce would be hard annoying to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fought Lecce in I think it was FNCS solos in the heat, and he was so annoying to fight. Like I literally got lucky 200 pump to kill him.
What if it's like end game, like 1v1? You guys are about to build fight for height.
Still about the Cassie launcher.
No shockwave launchers. This is like raw.
Don't really care then. Like I win the 1v1.
Woo!
Damn.
That's all I love to hear.
Like I'm
What
not
if it's
trying to be
cake
like,
win?
bro. He'd get the banhammer mid 1v1.
Oh my
True.
He's probably still typing his statement. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone goes for it.
It's gonna be a novel.
Can't wait to read that.
It's just gonna be for sale on Amazon.
But
That's where his
I'd
statement came out.
No.
He made a long statement saying he was writing a statement.
Yeah, he made a statement.
The greatest thing, dude.
Chapter book.
Oh, that should be
He's an
something.
advertising
You'd have
genius,
to be
just
like
waiting.
a bodybuilder to hold up the book or something.
This is his version of the black hole. Like he's just like we're just all waiting. Top 5.
Alright, someone in my chat asked, how do you keep a good mentality after doing bad multiple games in a row? Now you didn't really do bad multiple games in a row, obviously this time, but if you're ever having a shambles day, you know, things are down. Do you do anything in particular, or are you just mental god?
I mean, the mentality that I go by a lot is just like, if I have 0 points in 3 games, I think like, okay, realistically, I just need to win 2 games in a row. Like I've done that before, you know.
Yeah.
As long as there's potential or is like hope, then I just play the same kind of.
That's
But
interesting.
if there's like 2 games left and I'm on 0 points, then I kind of have to just WK everyone.
Yeah.
Because then it's kind of, I don't know. Tournament's kind of over at that point. Like 4 games, 0 points when there's 6 games.
Hmm.
That's a GG.
How would you rate your mentality compared to other players? It's pretty good compared to most people.
Yeah, I think definitely. Like a lot of players, they die first game, and then you can see that it just goes like, just stays the same or it goes downhill from there.
Do you have any
Don't
tournaments?
want
in
to
which you're
mention
like,
any names, but there's a lot of players that I know that if they don't get a good first game, then there's no way they're gonna pop off, even though they're really good at the game.
right?
Damn.
Do you have any examples of like? Are there any tournaments in which you're particularly proud of like how you dealt with like issues and then still went on to pop off and do well?
there's a lot of cash cups where I've won the last like 2 games.
Oh, I remember the one you made a
Even
video
3
on.
games.
You won the last 3 in a row to win. That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
And
That's
then
good.
that makes me like really happy when I manage to pull off those clutches.
Do you have a routine that you do like before a tournament to get yourself in the zone? Do you eat breakfast?
I try to eat like 1 hour before a tournament. If it's a big tournament, then I usually feel like pretty nervous before it. It doesn't really make me play worse, but just I don't know. I don't like eating right before a game of a big tournament. Makes me feel pretty sick.
I'm hearing no breakfast is distractor.
That's
Yeah,
it.
everybody so far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did that. I did that earlier. I just eat a kiwi. I play the opens, and then I eat breakfast, dinner, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
You ate a what now?
A kiwi.
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 Oh, I did hear what you said now. What?
And then between round 1 and 2, I eat dinner, and then I just eat something else in between round 2 and 3.
We have a quote in my chat in quotation marks says, "I eat chicken and rice." Savage 2019. Is this still true?
Oh yeah, I eat a lot of chicken and rice.
Nice. I fuck with that. I'm not baiting. So
I'm consistent when it comes to eating chicken and rice.
good stuff.
This is like I've always wondered this. So obviously you're a professional Fortnite player. You do content. What do you do when you're not sitting at your computer? Like what's your disconnect? You know, what's your thing you do offline? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I spend most of my time on the computer, obviously.
Yeah.
If I'm not on the computer, I'm usually eating, or my mom has forced me to like be outside for 10 minutes, or I'm just like, if I'm down after not qualifying for a tournament, I'm just watching Netflix or something.
Fair.
Like once a month, I go outside and go on like a trip with my family or whatever. But
I thought you were gonna say you would go outside once a month.
Like
Yo,
dessert,
mate,
mate.
you gotta get the vitamin D.
Savage. Now, this game's like very highly technical. Sorry to take it kind of seriously again, but it's a highly technical game. Do you ever feel like sometimes you're not having a bad day? And then when you are having a bad day, what do you do to try and overcome that? Because you're not always going to feel amazing every single tournament. What are some ways that you put yourself in situations or play differently when you're not feeling your best?
I don't know if I'm not playing good.
Or does that not happen to you?
I mean, it does happen. Like I have off days, kinda, where I'm not playing as good as for example, that I did today. Like today, I played really well. I really made any mistakes fighting and stuff like that. But yeah, if I have an off day, then I kind of just have an off day. I mean, obviously, I try to play well, but sometimes you just don't connect your shots and stuff like that. So,
Gotcha.
So, Savage, right? It's next season, right? This season, Triathlon finals.
Your voice cut out.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it's next season, Triathlon CS finals. You know, Benji, Lechy, Savage, you win the whole. Then you got Zeke, he says on the broadcast, next season, got to pick up one more. It's going to be squads. Who's the first person you're calling? Who's the first person you're going to add to?
Probably Mohammed SR4, to be honest. Maybe Frey. He can carry 4 slots of floppers, you know.
Oh my god, that's great. Yeah, dedicated.
Carry a harpoon and 16 floppers. Down for that.
No, he needs an SMG. Come on.
Drop him one after he's done fishing with his harpoon.
After he's done fishing.
Wolfies maybe. I'm pretty sure Wolfies has an injury right now. So
yeah, Wolfie's he's recovering. He's on the recovery.
Yeah, he's on the recovery. Hopefully he recovers very smoothly. But right now, I don't want to play with an injured player, of course.
No.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Doesn't make their injury worse, do you, as well? Like,
Yeah.
Don't want to force someone that has an injury to play.
In the discussion for best player of all time, a lot of names that are brought up, mainly the two I've been hearing a lot, are Aqua and Zay. What's your stance on that?
From EU, I think definitely Aqua. Like, if you think otherwise, then that's kind of weird. Like Benji is also really good, but Aqua's been performing in like almost every FNCS, and he performed in the World Cup. So yeah, Aqua probably best player in EU of all time, and maybe Benji or Mongrand second place or third, and Mitro maybe. But the thing, Mitro played the skirmishes. That's the thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say Aqua came out like after the skirmishes.
Yeah, it's kind of unfair that he played the skirmishes. So I'm not really counting those, but
One thing I don't understand about Aqua, right, is that he won that solo gauntlet tournament out of what seemed to me like absolutely nowhere, and has been like one of the best players ever since. But did you know about Aqua before he like suddenly played with Nyrox and came onto the scene?
I can't remember. Probably since I remember playing with Nyrox in like 2018 and stuff.
You're on the same org. You're on the same org. No, you weren't. Sorry, I'm confusing you.
We played some squad tournaments together, so. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Nyrox was so bad back then, like in 2018. No. This is not roast. This is a compliment. He improved so much so quickly.
Yeah.
I'm actually really proud of him for doing that.
Literally, I always tell people like, cause back then, like literally, like Nyrox was not that good whatsoever, and he literally improved so fast and so quickly. I remember one of my first memories of back then, right? We were all in a call. It was the end of Solo Showdown, like one of the Solo Showdowns. And we were using them to queue snipe because we would all just get in the same game because like nobody was queuing it, but you could still queue, right? And we're all in a game, all in a call, right? And we're build fighting on top. You know the mountain that was the mountain bat was by Fatal Fields, like that massive hill, like to the right of it.
Oh yeah. To the west. It had the wind type.
That one.
Yeah. So I'm build fighting. I think I'm build fighting Alfie. If you remember, like Alfie from. And
I remember
you in the call, a bunch of people in the call, and someone's like, "Bro, I hate build fighting Savage. All he does is knock down." Lo and behold, mid build fight, our fight just got like literally just disintegrates. Like it just goes boom, like straight down. Next thing you know, I'm spectating Mr. fucking Savage. And
like, bro, it's so easy to knock people out that back then. Like people were so clueless.
Yeah.
It was so easy back then. I can't believe it. People had no idea what they were doing.
A lot of scrims, like Arctic on scrims, they always have the rule that you can't knock down build fights, so people just didn't bother reinforcing them at all.
I remember someone knocked down my build fight and I got pissed. I reported them and everything. Like, I was so mad. Like I was hitting on this kid and then we just get knocked out. Like what the fuck, man? I'm trying to crank, bro.
Yeah. You know what's funny about the like goat thing actually, yeah? So I remember, I know I filled out the knowing which one was yours because like all of them were anonymous for me, but I literally, because like for the question, if you could join any org, what would it be? You put 100 Thieves winky face. I'm like, that's definitely Savage. Like I don't need to know anything else.
Bro, 100 Thieves is so good. Like
yeah, hook us up.
Yeah, sort me out. Sort me out. I might have to join as a power couple or something. I don't know.
Levin, are you down to take that hit?
I'm down, bro.
I'm down. Let's go.
I have to put in a good word.
Wait a second. I asked him if he was single first, so I got dibs. Think about the content we can make.
Right.
So have you seen BL's videos, Become Legend?
Yeah.
They're doing some cool stuff, man. I like watching their videos and stuff. Like Become Legend.
You've been sending the videos to 100 Thieves manager, like, what are you doing, bro? We gotta get to work, like.
But like for an org, that's such good investment of their money because like imagine the sponsorship and like the opportunities you get to show off your players and like how much money you're flexing on them pretty much and all this kind of different bits. They're funny, they're engaging, and like that kind of stuff for an org is like hands down one of the best things you could ever possibly do.
Yeah.
And like every org should be doing that, even if like it's not to that extent. You know, not to that you don't have to invest so much money in it. But if you're a smaller org, I don't understand why some of these players aren't just like some of these orgs aren't just like, hey, here's some money. Go do something. We're going to promote ourselves. Better for us, better for you. Just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Become Legend is like... Become Legends is like, I don't know, it just feels like one of the like a clean org, you know?
100%.
It feels like so much fun. Like definitely one of the best like non-tier 1 orgs in EU right now. Like they're doing so much things. It's so nice to watch.
Who else what other kind of orgs are you rating right now that maybe aren't top tier, you know? There's a lot of smaller ones coming through the cracks, so what kind of what are names you seen popping up that you're thinking highly of right now?
I mean, Wave is doing pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's the first. When I asked that question, that's immediately what came to my own mind. But yeah.
Anyone who hasn't signed to Wave recently, they've signed like the entirety of competitive EU4.
Yeah. They had so many people placing in like top 10 in like cash cups and stuff. Same with Become Legends. Like Wave and Become Legends were literally like cash cup orgs or something. That's what I was thinking about them.
Oh yeah, I remember Destiny just saying something about that. They were like, they signed every cash cup warrior.
Well, speaking about houses and teams, even if like say you didn't have to worry about like orgs and whatever, who would you pick to, if you could pick, let's say 3 other people to a house of 4, who would you move in with?
Motor, Milan, and if they're watching this right now, they're gonna think I'm a snake for not mentioning it.
I guarantee they're not. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Motor, Milan, and Mongrel maybe. I think that'll be
content.
That would be a fun house to live in, I think.
Bro, you need to get a mic that was like quiet and very close to your face that worked, because there'd be so much background noise in that house.
Literally.
I'd have Mongrel sitting in the basement for sure if I could.
Lock him away.
He's not sitting next to me, like I'm not trying to have an earthquake.
So, here's the topical question, right? We've all seen the impression farms. We've all seen it. What is your take on soft aim right now?
Oh yeah.
Bro, I think there might be a lot of players cheating, like a lot. Like it seems like it's so easy to have it and not get like exposed or whatever. Like the guy that had the wall hacks or whatever, that just kind of blew my mind. Like that goes undetected, and the anti-cheat didn't catch it, but his friends did. Like,
yeah.
There's probably so many. There's probably so many fucking cheaters, bro.
Oh, there must be like. I just think that everyone's been so happy about cheating in Fortnite in general. It's been so incredible not to die to like aim bars 24/7. But then as soon as this starts popping around, people are talking about it now. I'm like, maybe they've just been doing this all along. Blah 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 blah.
Control,
you know? Yeah. Well, that too, you know, obviously.
Yeah.
Did you see the link clip?
Yeah. My whole chat's been.
No, wait. Put it in the Discord.
That's a reach. It's 2 headshots in a snipe. I don't know, bro.
It looks fishy, but like at the same time, that's like it's possible to do, right?
Yeah, I think
that's a bad thing about Fortnite. You don't know if they're cheating or not because it's like
it bloomed.
They might just be doing some like insane stuff.
Not gonna lie, I'm literal dog shit and I quad headshot someone with a great AR earlier, so I'm like, I don't know.
Like,
you gotta shout soft aim at that point, you know?
That's the thing, they might just be getting lucky.
Exactly. Yeah. There is always, you know, it's like people that's one of the reasons this topic is so dangerous, because so many people right now are accusing others, and I'm sure there are some people right now who genuinely have proof, but if you genuinely have proof and you're gonna go on Twitter and say, oh, I have proof that someone I know is hacking, but you don't just call them out. Yeah, just do it. Like, okay, if you're just gonna Twitter farm, I hate that. I mean, I'm going on a rant, but I hate that. But like, just out them. They're cheaters. Do it if you know it. You know.
Yeah.
I have a question for
Savage. Till you get hit with a lawsuit.
You have a question?
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's why you gotta know.
For the Savage.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what up? Okay, so your quad, we have like 3 weeks left. Is your goal to like what is your focus on now? To get like a top 2 or top first place finish in the next week, or just to grief your spot and to just like that we can have fun?
I'm gonna push you up, but I'm not gonna grief it. I'm not just gonna sit on top and just sit there, you know.
Yep.
I'm gonna fight it and try and win the fight, and then afterwards just play for late game.
And
that's kind of what I did today, so it's not gonna be that much different.
And what's your goal for like the finals? Like, what would you be like? Okay, I did a good job. I'm happy with this.
I really want to get top 3, man. Like, I've done so shit in all the FNCSs. Like, I don't think I've gotten the top 10, top 5 placement in an FNCS, which really triggers me. So yeah, I want to place high in the FNCS, like top 3 at least.
That's free.
I'll be happy with top 5, but I want to get top 3.